3, 2. Hello to the stream and those who watch the stuff on YouTube later. Today I'm wearing my gray sports bra. It's slowly starting to fill out more and more thanks to Wolf's workout plan. Slowly. I apologize, I just woke up from a nap, 2-hour nap, which is unusual for me, so I'm a little drowsy still. Got my water, got the boys here, and we are getting ready. Okay. Last time we left off on the End of the World campaign, the party managed to find themselves in a long-forgotten kingdom. A kingdom full of anti-magic users fighting a war against extremely powerful and extremely potent demons. And instead of dealing with any of that, the party decided instead that they would rather just skip it and leave with their newfound friend, the fallen Aasimar known as Cedric, and the prince of the Voli itself. After teleporting out of there, leaving their good friend Czar, who, kind of booked them passage, got them all set up, and so on and so forth, the party decided to head out on their own, continuing towards the sword that they had heard rumors of, in a stronghold long abandoned. As the party decided to start heading north, Cedric had brought up the fact that there was a very large and terrifying beast nest of chimera and servants, mostly mentioning goblins for the most part. The party decided to head that way. And after about an hour or so, or a few hours of walking, the party managed to finally find said giant red mountain that stuck out like a sore thumb. And as it became nighttime, realizing it probably wasn't a good idea to go into what was goblins and a chimera, they decided instead to camp out for the night, getting a full night's rest and a bit of relaxation. So all of you can add a full rest to your character sheet.
Woohoo!
Because I know some of you needed it more than others.
I was missing 1 health because of Snake Nash.
Traditional lizard folk greeting.
Not the greeting.
Different world, different world.
That's fair. No, that's true. Although Snicknish used to do this all the time, except instead it was eating people. As the party spent the night, Cedric kind of let them know about what they'd be facing, placing down what would be a sort of semi-sentry-like thing, and passing out completely. The party began to enjoy their night's sleep. Upon awakening, surprisingly unbothered, unaffected, and unassumed, the mountain still stands open as the old dwarven-like ruins to the entrance still stand, as the 2 statues are rather decrepit, but don't seem to have moved or been bothered with. The entire entrance looks to be kind of carved out of some sort of slate, and overall looks to have probably fallen apart and into disarray many years before you lot. Also, quick note, for those who are watching, apologies that you can hear my air conditioner. It's currently 81, and my computer's always about 10 degrees lower for what they've forecast. It's like almost 87 out right now. And I don't have any central air conditioning, so now we got a big unit behind me. It's literally right behind my chair. So, as you lot awake, and Cedric's still kind of enjoying, kind of stretching, very calm, finally having his character sheet. Now that we've got that and not clicking on Caspian, because I misread the names. What would you like to do? It's mid-morning, you've had your meal, you've gotten your water, you're back in your armor and gear, nothing's missing. The cave the entrance to the stronghold looks to have hasn't moved. The dust is still there. The shrubs haven't been moved. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that when we're ready, Snake Dash is gonna lead the charge.
Okay.
Because if anyone's taking a hit from a goblin and not getting hit in the slightest, it's gonna be Snake Dash.
That's a fair decision.
I mean, it's unlikely that I will not get hit because it's a DM, but yeah.
I believe. Okay.
You'll be fine, Snicknash.
I will follow closely behind to heal you. You'll be fine.
Snicknish will clearly be in front
Okay.
because that is what Snicknish does.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Alright, and then, Caspian, will you be hiding behind Cedric? As you notice, he looks to be a, archer of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll chill behind them.
Okay.
I do, as we kind of head in, I want to have detect thoughts up.
Okay.
Just keeping it going.
What's the radius on it?
It's only 30 feet.
Is it a 30
So-
feet cube around you, or is it just like a 30 feet radius, or,
It's
diameter?
a 30-foot, radius around me.
Okay.
So 60-foot diameter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
But, so that'll be going just so, you can use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see when you cast blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It can go through 2 feet of rock,
Yep.
2 inches of metal.
Okay.
I do want
Alright.
to summon first, because Snake Dash is faster than me. I need to keep up.
Barges, as you're
no.
looking at the entrance, you think you can probably get the horse in for a while, but after, maybe, from what you can see looking, just kind of scouting out the tunnel entrance, and you do have dark vision, correct, Burgess?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, seeing down, it looks like the tunnel does kind of shorten a bit. It looks like it's just designed for normal humanoids. And then what you remember seeing of those dwarves you met, the two, and their Telepa, they're mole-like creatures, armadillo mole creatures that they ride in on, which are much shorter.
Snicknish will just go slower, that way he can keep up.
Yeah, if that's the case, I have a different profanity I'll use.
I was
will
gonna say-
instead-
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I will instead use Terrorize.
What does that do?
Any creature that gets within 30 feet of me, if I choose to make a reaction, they have to make a save or they will be frightened.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And Snicknish, I was gonna say, yeah, going slow. You do sense prey in here, and you sense strong prey. Ambush tactics are probably gonna be your easier bet, from your animal instincts at this point.
Alright, well, where do my animal instincts tell me to go?
Deep
Which
into
way?
it, you can smell a very strong beast deep inside this stronghold.
Alright.
What's the guy's name again?
Cedric.
Cedric.
Yes.
I knew it started with a C.
Charlie.
Does he have Pass Without a Trace as a ranger?
Let me check. And that's the spell. No,
Yeah.
he does not.
Should be like a first level.
Yeah, he has Cure Wounds, Disguise Self, Hunter's Mark, and Speak with Animals, as he
Gotcha.
explains. He was never. He explains that in his lands, hunting animals was really never the job of really anyone because there wasn't much to hunt. They ate demon flesh most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Very good diet. He mentions it kept you thin.
You know, when you only fight demons, it's kind of... Yeah.
He goes on to explain that demons are very bitter, which is what kept most of the men very fit and thin, because not much to gorge yourself on when you're scarfing it down because you have to.
Snicknish is just gonna go, shh.
He
I am
nods.
going to transform into my ultimate form.
Wait,
Five-headed shark?
Are you going to say...
No, not yet.
Oh no. Okay. How tall are you gonna make yourself?
It's that those exact proportions.
Yeah.
But 2 feet tall
Okay, gotcha.
to be as small a target as possible.
Does that man have
Yeah.
8 abs?
Yeah, I asked Maya to make that a long time
I don't
ago,
think that's
and-
physically possible.
It's the Chad meme. Have you never seen the
Oh,
Chad meme?
You can get up to like 12 abs.
Wow. All right. I'm just fat. I accept
I've
it.
heard of like people with steroids going to like 16, but at that point it's disgusting.
Okay, so
Like,
confirmed.
I respect the gains, but it genuinely doesn't look great.
I mean, even that's just a little. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a little.
So as you boys start looking in, Snicknesh, give me a minute. I want you to give me a survival check. Given you're very beast-like and you're going into what is a monster's
19.
nest.
19.
Okay. So immediately as you're kind of looking around at the entrance and kind of eyeing it up, I mean, you sense a beast farther down, a stronger beast, something you feel you can take down. Maybe not one-on-one, but you definitely feel you have a good chance of taking it on. You also immediately sense that right in front of you there is danger. Looking around, your survival instincts tell you at the entrance to this cave, something is wrong with this entrance.
I'm going to stop.
I didn't mean to do that.
Just immediately stop, and everybody's just gonna ram into me because they're walking, and I'm just gonna be.
I mean, yeah.
I wanna slowly move up
Okay.
towards where Snicknesh is, and I'm gonna like whisper like everyone be quiet. And I'm gonna take 10 whole minutes to just ritual cast Identify on the cave entrance to see if there's some sort of spell affecting it, see if there's some sort of anything magical that could be a trap here.
Okay. So after the 10 minutes, there's no magic. At all.
Okay. So
Mimic.
something's waiting to kill whatever's coming
And
in, or it's just physical.
Barges, what'd you say?
I said it's goblins. They don't, unless there's a really strong, which if there was, they wouldn't be under a chimera. They're probably physical traps. That's
All right.
to be expected to an extent.
Cedric looks around and like kind of shrugs his shoulders and kind of looks confused on the whole situation.
I can send the horse without me to go check, 'cause if it dies, it kind of just vanishes.
But then
Yeah,
we
but
need
it
to
could
go on
also
the-
alert them.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of you guys have the biggest perception?
No, it'd
My
be investigation.
Or I guess investigation because
My investigation also sucks. I'm not very intelligent.
Yes. Cedric looked
I'm
at it and
biased.
says it's fine.
I'm going to move to the side so Cedric can go through and take a look for the trap.
Yeah, he looks, and yeah, as he looks at it, even with his roll, he looks and says, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I smell goblin shit further in, but...
Boys.
Yeah.
Snicknesh, can you try to smell for any living creature in the near radius?
Sure.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, don't I have that nose? Doesn't
Yep,
it
yep,
yeah.
you get advantage on all smell checks.
That's a 20. I can try to get. That's
I mean,
that's a 21.
There you go.
Okay, you do smell a group of goblins, and you identify a hobgoblin further into the cave. You'd say maybe about another 20 minutes, but they don't. The scent isn't getting any closer or stronger to you, and you're hearing with that as well. Just in general, and your passive perception, you don't hear footsteps or anything like that. There's nothing seeming to come this direction.
Okay. Then there's probably just some sort of physical
There's a
spike
physical
trap or
trap
something.
and thing, yeah.
Well,
We just throw at it.
You want to
yeah,
what?
but again, we don't want to alert things.
Yeah, we can't
We could spring an ambush on them.
Yeah.
lure them out and
Yeah.
ambush back here.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, is there any hiding? Like, what is it? Can you kind of describe this thing
So,
to me? Like, is this?
Right
like a
now you're
cave?
standing at the entrance with the two statues on either side that look to be run down. made of, like I said, like a slate, a darker rock. The entrance above, or looking above you, is very similar to the old Greek buildings of having a triangular roof to it, made of slate with different carvings on it of what looks to be dwarves just hammering away at something. The wood doors that were once here look to have once long ago rotted away, but the iron hinges seem to still be there. Kind of looking somewhat inside without entering, you see that the floor is made of stone, like stone blocks. Most of it looks to be of some sort, again, of slate or other dark versions of rock. You see further down there are more statues of dwarves that look to be decapitated over time, vines growing everywhere, the smell of what is probably a DIY bathroom somewhere near the entrance. You also notice that there are two statues right at the entrance on the inside of it, pointed towards each other, both holding what look to be some sort of halberds, and both wearing like full armor. One with its head kind of cut off, and the other looks to be missing an arm. Both seem to have a strange looking kind of markings all over their body. These don't look like traditional dwarves that you're familiar with, Snicknish, that you've seen and hunted in some cases. These look to be a little bit more robust and a little taller, and seem to have deeper or dark tattoos all over their bodies.
Do they look magical in any way?
No, not really.
I'll ritual
What?
cast detect magic.
I was just saying, my last
Just
thing.
in
What
case
level?
they're probably
What
physical.
level is my whisper jar?
Your whisper jar is still the level 1.
I don't have access. It has fine traps on it, but it needs to be level 4.
The Whisper Jar
Find
has
traps is also a super useless spell because all it does is say, yes, there is a trap somewhere within 60 feet. It doesn't tell you what it is. It doesn't tell you what it does. It's the worst.
Oh.
It is a
It
terrible
It would be
spell.
something. It would be something.
chest, and you
Yeah.
still have that. You still have that Snicknish scream in that jar.
I do.
You want to lure them out?
So what I'm thinking is, are the statues load bearing at all?
No.
Okay.
The ones on the inside, at least, are not. The ones on the outside, the two ones you were looking at earlier, before you entered, are load-bearing. They're holding up a wall.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is we use the statues on the inside. We lure them out with the statues on the inside, or at least one of them, and then like we lure them out with that yell, that roar. So they'll come rushing out. I stand and hide behind one of the statues so that I can. I'm assuming the statues are quite large, like large enough that I could probably crush these goblins and maybe the hobgoblin.
Yeah, I mean, they're about a good 7 feet tall, about 3 feet wide. They're pretty thick, and as you look at them, they look to be made of solid rock.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is like we kind of use those statues to kind of crush them, and then we have Cedric is his name.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cedric on the other statue, like on the not like the front gate statue, but like the other statue because you said there's two.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts kind of like he starts peppering them with, I'm assuming arrows because
Yeah, you do see he has a longbow and a bunch of short swords on him.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So you can pepper them with. So what do you guys think about that?
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea, and I'll have to be bait in the middle because I have a disadvantage and a +0 on stealth.
Yeah, I'll be doing like I'll go stealth and I'll like stealth.
Well, I guess if that's the plan, then the profanity I'll use is grave armor to get me extra armor,
Okay.
and then I'll just stand in the like a little bit back and kind of in the open with my shield up.
Yeah, stand
be-
like maybe 20 feet back from the entrance so we can
Yeah, and I'll just bait.
lure them all the way outside.
And if worse comes to worse, we can always break the entrance, like because he said it's load bearing, so we can always topple it over. If worse comes to
Yeah,
worse.
well, we still want to head in there to kill the
We have to go
chimera.
in
I
afterward.
know, but I'm saying if worst comes to worst.
Okay.
All right.
Worst comes to worst, you get on the horse
now,
running.
right now, Snicknej, could you toss me up to the roof? It's only what, like 15, 20 feet tall?
Yeah, roughly.
So I can like be up laying on the roof so once they come out through the entrance, I can cast spells down at them.
Well, aren't we doing this inside though? Because we're not like luring them outside of the place. We're luring them.
Well,
like,
you haven't stepped
closer to-
inside yet. You're
No.
still
Oh.
at the entrance to the stronghold. At
Yeah,
the
we're
outside.
outside of it.
Okay, so there's still
The danger is somewhere right in the entrance, like right in the entryway.
Okay. So I was confused then. So there's still clear line of sight for you then if you're on the top of the roof.
Yeah,
once
I
they
can
come out.
still peek my head down
Yes.
and maybe shoot down the hallway if I needed to, if they started running back in. But like, once the goal is to like once they all flow out, then we ambush, and not,
Okay.
not before they're all outside,
Okay.
or at least most of the group is.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's do that then. I'll
Cool.
throw him up to the top of the roof then.
Okay, so
All right.
after as you go ahead and grab him, tossing him up there, Caspian manages to catch on, climbing up. Up there, Caspian, you get a better look at the designs. It's definitely, this used to be a stronghold of dwarves that were master smiths. This seems to be depicted from a long ago age. As this was a singular mountain, it doesn't look like this place was very, very big overall for a stronghold. And yeah, you can see down the tunnel still. It's still just as empty as ever, and has many winding paths going off left and right. Okay.
Cool. All right. Let's hide and. Do you guys want me to lure them out?
I was just gonna play the
Barger-
room.
Oh, you were going to use the roar? Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Real loud.
All right. As you do that, let me see. Okay. So as you walk up to the entrance and pointing the whisper jar towards it, into it, opening the lid, the pushback from the roar is actually pretty strong. You manage to get moved back a foot as the roar is loud enough, echoing deep into the hallway for a long time, and everything kind of goes silent for a few seconds.
We're still getting 20 feet back. I don't want to be near the.
Yeah, as you move back, it continues to be silent for a minute, and then you hear an equally loud roar deep inside
Oh, here we go.
from three different sounding creatures.
Yeah. hmm
Well, that's a chimera, yeah.
I hope it comes out. That'll make things much easier.
But as you do so, you hear some footsteps for a second. You see a goblin kind of poke its head out of one of the hallways, given that all of you had dark vision. For those who don't, you see nothing but glowing eyes suddenly appear. And it looks down the hallway, seems to make some weird noises, and then just disappears again. And then after a few minutes, still nothing. And a few more minutes, still nothing. After about a half an hour, nothing's happened.
I don't think they're coming out.
Maybe we could lure them out with food.
I don't think they want to come up here yet. I think they just want to kill us once we enter. I think all we've done is alert them that we're here.
Cedric kind of looks at you guys and goes, I mean, goblins aren't very bright from what I remember studying. They're pretty dumb, but I'm more worried about whatever that creature was. Because that was 3 different locations from what I was able to tell.
I can see down the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
It goes on
how
for
far
about
does the hallway go?
95 feet roughly, and you see it also splits off about every 10 feet or so, going right or left.
Okay. At the first split, I'm going to place a minor illusion of me. Just a very simple illusion of me just kind of looking left, right, silently.
Does a 23 hit your AC?
It does.
You see as an arrow goes flying right through the head of the illusion into the wall, slamming.
I make the illusion. It can't talk or do anything. I just make it look like it has blood going down the face now, and then it disappears.
Okay. And it still stays silent. For a moment, you each see a small goblin kind of walking out with what looks to be a grin on his face about, 30 feet in. And he grabs the arrow and turns, looks at you lot, smiles, and walks back down the hallway.
He sees us?
Goblins have dark vision.
Well, I'm sure he sees me, because I'm the one standing out in the open.
Yeah, he sees you.
And he has, his perception, or the goblin's perception, was able to detect most of you.
Shit.
Through stone.
Well, that's why I said most of you.
Okay.
But I didn't even get to roll stealth.
You're correct. But he got a 24 in his perception.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
I was gonna say, I think only Caspian and Cedric can beat that in stealth, so...
Okay, so if they're not going to come out then
We
I'm
have to
going
go in. Yeah.
Alright.
I'll be ready to heal.
Well, one thing first, right?
Yeah.
In that hallway area where I saw the goblin come out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make one more minor illusion.
Okay.
This one looks like a tiny Snicknish.
Give me a minute.
Tiny Snicknish. Da, da, da.
It's a
Coming
24
to-
hit Snicknash.
24 hits.
Well, for the illusion.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I'm not the illusion can't really dodge.
No, I know.
Like it's gonna hit the illusion.
You see about 7 arrows come flying out of that hallway and slamming into the wall. And you see
Alright.
that same goblin that you recognize from his toothy grin come out finally and go and grab the arrows with a toothy grin and walk back in.
can
I
grab
cast
him?
sleep on the area down that hallway.
How wide's the spell?
It is a 20. Wait, creatures. It's a 20-foot radius.
Okay. You get the
So-
goblin. What's the save?
There is no saving throw. I roll
Okay.
5d8,
Mhm.
and that's how many hit points of creatures it affects.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be listening real hard to see if I hear any little goblins fall over.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
That was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
31 points of hit points.
You see
Immediately fall asleep.
You see that one goblin pass out. And you hear no other
Do I
sounds.
hear any others?
Nope.
Wow.
They're
These
they're
things
probably
got a
further
lot of hit
back.
points.
I will
Or-
mention that even a short bow can shoot at a range of 320 feet.
At disadvantage.
Yeah. But their normal is 80 feet.
So I was saying they're probably farther back than 20.
Alright, well, Snicknash,
Yep.
after you, my friend.
Lovely, lovely. Snicknish is just going to crack his knuckles, give a nice little toothy grin, and start walking towards the entrance, hoping they shit themselves.
Okay. As you start walking in, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Or sorry, dexterity check, not a saving throw.
It doesn't matter, they're both the same. Oh, that's 20.
Okay, you just watch as Snicknash kind of walks in and immediately 2 stones sink into the ground slightly, and you just watch as Snicknash kind of bumps his ass a little forward as acid comes splashing out of both of the statues, out of holes you didn't see earlier that suddenly appear, and they start melting the stone.
So we should have knocked the statues
Cool.
over.
So, coming in behind Snicknash, about 15 feet behind him, I'm just gonna dodge those stones, see if he triggers anything else.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright. Give me a moment. So, Snicknash, are you heading towards the goblins or the hallway where you saw that one goblin come out earlier?
Yeah, what do I see? I have
Alright.
dark vision, so...
Heading in. So the marching order currently is Snicknesh, then Caspian, then Bardris, and then Cedric.
I'm staying near Caspian so that he has the advantage to magic from my Holy Avenger.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have to defeat, so.
Okay. I don't think Tren can fail this, but or I don't think Snicknesh can fail this. But Snicknesh, as you turn down the hallway, you see a goblin standing there, giggling. Single goblin at the very end of the hallway, about roughly 90 feet down. And you see his hand on what looks to be a strange white ring that's attached to leather. And as soon as he sees you, he pulls it. Give me a strength saving throw. I don't think you can fail this theoretically, but, you know.
13.
You watch as the mighty Snicknesh gets pushed into another hallway by a gust of wind that suddenly just smacks him in the face, slamming him down the hallway about 15 feet further down, and then the wind just stops, and the goblin runs.
Snicknesh is fucking
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we in combat? Can we do things?
Yeah. Go ahead and go ahead and roll initiative, boys.
Can't wait for me to go last. Yep, that's 10.
Okay.
18.
Snicknesh is angry.
18,
21.
21. Let me roll Cedric.
Haha, he said the funny number, the old meme. Haha.
26 for Cedric.
Dang.
Yeah, guy's got a +6 to his thing.
He also got a
he's a
mag purple.
Gloomstalker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright, he is looking at the goblin trying to run, is immediately going to try and shoot the goblin for a 21 to hit, which definitely hits their AC, doing...
Oh, if that hits their AC.
As you watch as that goblin runs and immediately gets an arrow right between the eyes, killing it instantly. And Cedric, kind of looking around at each of you, smiles and kind of holds his hands out to the, like, kind of ushering you, Snicknesh in, and bows. And
I see his outstretched hand, and full well knowing that he's not going for it, I'm gonna just high five it.
Okay. He looks confused. As that goblin's now dead, Cedric, that ends the goblin's turn. Snicknesh, you are up. This hallway does go down about 30 feet, and then to the left, immediately a sharp left.
There is the sleeping goblin.
He has been killed. Overall, he's just laying there dead. As you get a closer look at him, he doesn't seem to move. But yes.
Whoa.
Snicknesh is grabbing that goblin corpse.
Uh-huh.
Snicknesh is going to go 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming... What, can you kind of give me the general area of that?
So, as you go down the hallway, looking to the left, so the hallway's about 15 feet wide, and about roughly 10 feet tall. You can see definitely scratches all over the ground from where either goblins or other beasts have been down here. And this is definitely run down as you see stones moved about left and right. You see two more statues at the entrance to the left side. As you look in, it's a larger room. It looks to be pretty much empty except for a large rug of some sort of creature laying there, long since dead, as you can't smell it. And there you see immediately about... Give me a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 goblins with their bows pointed right at you, and a hobgoblin glaring at you.
I'm going to throw one of the goblin corpses at the other goblin.
Give me an unarmed attack.
An unarmed attack? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting flashbacks.
I mean, you don't have anything for improvised weapon, I assume,
Does
so...
23 hit?
Yeah, as the goblins go flying, or the goblin body goes flying towards them, what's
Goblin
the damage?
Full damage?
Yeah. I think it's just straight, 10.
Yeah, it's...
Okay.
God.
As you watch as the goblin goes flying and slams into one of the smaller goblins in the front of the group, and immediately slamming into him, just explodes on impact as the body just completely crushes him, killing him instantly. There are now 4 goblins and a hobgoblin.
Lovely.
Now you have used
I'm
your
going-
movement and your attack, so
Okay, and then I'm gonna rage.
okay.
Oh god.
Woohoo!
As you begin roaring, the goblins look even more worried.
I love that.
They are shaking and sweating, and you smell that one urinated himself.
Yeah, a goblin, alright. Yeah.
The thrill of the hunt.
Caspian, you are up.
I see the hobgoblin down there.
You do not. It turns to the left. You'd have to go down the hallway the 25 feet at least.
Alright, I got a 30-foot walking speed, so I'll skip my way down that hallway. Just la-di-da-di-da.
Okay. As you do, looking down, yeah, you see the hobgoblin's the one giving orders.
I am going to... I'm going to throw... Yeah, seeing all these goblins kind of grouped together, I'm going to throw... Where is it?
Oh no.
You
Bardris?
throwing in one of those things?
Yeah, I'm going to throw the explosive seed.
Oh.
Here it is.
An explosive seed, and like the group of goblins to hopefully hit all of them. It's a 5 feet radius, so 10-foot
yeah.
diameter.
Yeah, you're
Hopefully
gonna
it'll
hit
hit
them all.
all of
You'll
them.
hit them all if you succeed.
It doesn't have a
Yeah, I'm just looking it over right
throw.
now.
It's a saving throw.
Yeah. What's the saving throw?
It's just a dex save, DC 10.
Okay, let's see. 17 on the goblins, and the hobgoblin gets a 14.
So they only take 4 points of damage.
Alright, you watch Snicknesh as all of these goblins just suddenly get start to implode slightly around them, or an implosion happens around them, knocking many of them to the ground, as they do not have the nimble feet for these ones. These are the lesser goblins I've been using. And they look confused.
Then I am going to, I'm just gonna smack Snicknej on the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Who is
say,
raging?
"You got this, big boy, go get him!" And give him inspiration. And through that, you see, I can't remember what it looks like. You see just a little gleaming ball of starlight kind of circle around Snicknej's head,
Oh, okay.
just
Oh.
very slowly.
Alright. Well, Snicknesh, you now feel the heat of the handprint on your ass.
And then I am going to back around the corner again, so I have full cover against all these goblins.
Okay.
I think Snickness counts as full cover, but that's okay.
If Caspian is still in his gnome form, yes, it would.
Yeah, but I want the wall.
Alright.
I would trust fucking Sickness more than a wall, I'm gonna be honest.
So, as the goblins see this, seeing that Snicknesh hasn't come down the hallway yet fully, he's just at the corner, they are going to begin shooting at him. I assume a 9 doesn't hit.
No.
Next one, 18?
No, that breaks. That one breaks, yep.
Well, 12.
That does not, that breaks.
Alright, the next one being the hobgoblin being up, looking very irritated about taking the damage and wondering what he should do, is going to go ahead and cast Firebolt. As he pulls out a small
boy's got
staff.
spells.
And he casts it as a cantrip. Let me see. So he has to make a ranged spell attack, which okay. Where is his range? There we go.
Hey, Snicknesh,
Snicknesh.
you see that staff?
What stuff? What?
Go fetch.
Snicknesh does a 19 hit.
No.
Okay. He is then, realizing his mistake, is going to just cast Magic Missile at 4th level, annoyed at the situation as the firebolt flies by Snicknesh's head and slams into the wall, melts a rock slightly, and then pitters out completely. This does hit, and that is 4d4 plus 1 or plus 4 to hit. So give me a minute to roll that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 3 1s and a 4. Fuck me. Okay, so that is you take in total 11 points of damage as Magic Missile keeps slamming into you, Snicknesh, more irritating you than anything, as they're like pinpricks on your skin, as if someone's just kind of trying to stab you with a very small toothpick.
Nice.
Musa with his toothpick blade. Yes.
Yes. Alright, the last goblin is going to...
Oh, wait.
Yes?
I'm raging, and I have Totem Sphere of the Bear. Does that mean that I have resistance
Yes.
to that damage also? So it's only, what, how much damage then?
It was 4 damage,
It's-
or it was 11 damage in total.
So 5.
Yeah, 5.
Awesome.
And the last goblin, thinking he is due for promotion, pulls out his short bow and shoots an arrow at Snicknesh, rolling an 11.
That thing that breaks. It doesn't.
As it just slams into Snicknesh, and Snicknesh looking down, you see these arrows are very inferior. These are stone-tipped arrows. It snaps. The shaft snaps on contact. Bardrus, good news. You're finally up, buddy.
Yeah.
You've
It's
been
my turn.
You've been watching as arrows have been just pelting Snicknesh, not doing a single thing, and a firebolt seemed to pitter out past his
They're
head.
like toy arrows.
They're trying so hard.
I'm gonna walk behind Snicknesh and fully heal him back to full health.
You're an asshole. As you watch as the
That's
goblin
so funny.
just watch in despair as this happens.
What? Who watches in despair?
The goblins.
Yeah, 5 points of lay on hands. Oh yeah.
Alright, 5 HP. Thanks, man. 48
Just stay
health.
behind my grave marble. I'll be here.
Okay.
Magic is magic. I got you.
Alright. Oh good. Snicknesh has advantage against magic. That's what we want to hear.
Only when he's within 10 feet of me. If he moves, he doesn't get it anymore.
Okay.
Wait, I have advantage against magic?
Like,
Is it on
Yeah,
magic or against magic?
against magic and magical effects.
Yeah.
Which is real useful.
Holy Avenger. Holy Avenger.
Okay.
Holy Avenger's pretty dope.
Alright.
Oh.
Bargus, you've used your movement and your attack, I assume?
Yeah,
Or your action?
I'm just hunkering down behind him. Yeah.
Okay. Cedric is going to walk up, looking at Caspian and kind of snuggling in next to Caspian at the corner, trying to look down the hallway.
Ooh.
Hey, boo.
He is going to roll an investigation, not trusting these statues, and realizing that these two statues are an activator for a lava trap. Kind of looks at Snicknesh and says, "No, no."
He
And he
tilts his
point-
head
he-
and looks back at him.
He points at the two statues and says, "Lava."
I will point at him and say hot, because I think that's simpler for him to understand.
Forbidden soup?
Hot hurt you. Do not.
And then Cedric,
Forbidden soup.
having done that, is looking around, going to go ahead and just shoot the hobgoblin. Fucking goddamn it!
Yes,
Rolling a 25 and doing 8 points of damage against the hobgoblin as it manages to slam into the creature right into the center chest, and the hobgoblin kind of pushes back a little bit and looks annoyed now. And then Cedric's gonna hide back around the corner.
So are these guys in a dead-end hallway, or
Yeah,
does it keep going?
it looks
behind
like,
them?
from what you were able to see, given your dark vision, it looks to be a larger room, but it looks to be a dead end.
Gotcha.
All right, Snicknish, you are up. What would you like to do?
Is there anything that Snicknish can throw?
The statues, if he can manage to break them and pick them up.
No, they're full of lava. No, don't. No. You know what? Throw me.
Or,
Fire the bird.
you could you could throw Bardrus.
I'm going to grab Bardrus.
I will
Bardrus,
just say yes.
are you resisting?
No.
Okay.
I'm throwing him at the hobgoblin.
Alright, give me a strength check, because Bardrus is still kind of chunky.
Am I? I mean, which way?
It's mostly the armor.
It's the gear.
11.
That's an 11?
Well, you're not throwing me at all. I don't think you pick me up with that.
You can pick him up with that. Just not very far.
123 pounds. Yeah, you can pick him up. Give me an athletics check to see how far you can throw him.
And I weigh an extra 130, so it's like 260.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. It's
These are
basically
really bad for you, dude.
between 18 and 2. It just went to the corner of the screen, and it fucking...
As you throw him past the statues, and thankfully it doesn't activate the trap, as Bardrus just kind of lands about 15 feet in front of you. And as he picks himself off, dusting himself off, the goblins all look very confused, trying to figure out why the trap isn't activating.
Can I activate the Snicknish roar?
The what?
I want to Snicknish roar again.
More yeah?
Snicknish roar.
Alright, give me an intimidation check with advantage.
From the device? Okay.
Just roll your intimidation if it doesn't have one.
How do you have advantage? 'Cause terrible roll.
My intimidation is +6 if that does... If he wants... If he
Yeah,
can use that
I would
instead.
say use the +6.
Oh, well, I rolled a 16, so yeah, that's gonna be a 22.
Alright. Give me a second. The goblins are going to roll to see if they can avoid being intimidated.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's a 14.
All they see is a small man somehow making a very loud roaring noise.
And the hobgoblin, they all look frightened. They all now have a disadvantage against Bardrus.
Damn right.
Alright.
9 toward her.
That was your action, Snicknish. Is there anything else you'd like to do? You can either move or take another action.
Where is Cedric?
He is right next to you, standing on the corner, and looks terrified.
I'm throwing
He is
him
resisting. He is going to resist with a...
Cedric, we can do this.
28.
He got a 5, so as you pick him up, give me an athletics check.
Why, Cedric?
That is an 18.
He goes flying into the room onto a goblin, landing and doing a kill, or instantly killing one as he squishes it underneath him and looks very disgusted by the factor. He just kind of flips Snicknish the bird and turns. That's your 2 actions. I assume there's nothing you can do for a bonus action.
If only you could throw the last member of the party.
What?
Can I throw...
No.
Yes.
Although you did kind of just screw Cedric as he's on the top of the initiative, so he's about to take a lot of fucking DPS.
Cedric will be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to use a lot of healing to make him okay next turn, aren't I?
Alright,
Cool.
anything else, Snicknish?
How far away are they?
About 30 feet down the hallway.
There's a trap like right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. There's a trap identified right about
I'm
5
pretty
feet in
sure
front
you
of
guys
you.
could jump over it with his pure muscular power, I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't say it was a tripwire.
That is true. But if he jumps hard enough, he'll get through it before it launches. And he'll be okay.
That's fair.
I'm gonna throw a javelin. No, I can't. I already did my... No, I'm good then.
Okay. Alright, Caspian. After watching the man who was standing next to you just get thrown, what would you like to do?
Both the people next to him got thrown.
Bearing in mind that I still have detect magic
Yep.
going in the background, just to make sure, these
These are
this
not
is
magical.
a physical trap.
Yep, these are
Cool.
physical traps.
Just kind of peeking my head around the corner, so I'm not moving.
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot about your whole 2 actions thing. That's
Mhm.
gonna be real fun.
Yep.
I'm gonna chuck 2 things down the hall.
Okay.
The first one is going to be an alchemist fire flask at the hobgoblin.
Okay, I will
And the
mention that you
second
do
one-
see
yep.
Cedric is within 10 feet of the hobgoblin.
That is the alchemist fire is not like a radius.
Okay.
It hits one person and
Just
covers
making
them
sure
in
that's
fire.
clear.
Yep. And the second thing I'm gonna throw. The hobgoblin's kind of like he's behind the rest of the goblins,
Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna throw the explosive seed so it's like centered on the hobgoblin, so it hits the goblins in front of him, but it doesn't have the range to hit Cedric.
Okay. All right. Give me an athletics, please.
I can throw them for you.
No,
Yes.
this will be fine.
Please give
it'll be great.
Snicknash the very
Oh,
fragile bottle.
it's a ranged attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, make an
So-
attack. First for the alchemy fire.
Yeah.
I can throw them for you.
After you trying to throw me, I don't know if I believe it. I'm gonna be honest.
17.
Yeah, you hit. As his studded leather immediately goes up in flame as he starts screaming in extreme pain.
So that is
Dead.
on the start of each of his turns he takes fire damage until he uses his action to put it out.
Okay.
Cool. And then the explosive seed, they all have to make dex saves.
Alright, let me see what we get for these guys, or for them. That is an 18 for the goblins, and a 15 for the hobgoblin.
So only 4 more points of damage to all of them.
As you watch as the seed explodes, killing all the goblins almost instantaneously. And the hobgoblin now looks very concerned. Okay. Anything else?
I call dibs on the hobgoblin.
No, that should be it.
Okay. And does
Yeah.
Sticknish yell out that he calls dibs on the hobgoblin?
I'm going to point at him and speak in Draconic. You're mine now, bitch.
Alright, as it is his turn, he turns, speaks back, or points at you and speaks back and says, "Let's go."
Oh boy.
And he casts Fireball on Snicknash. Snicknash, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I get advantage because of again magic?
No, because Bardris is not
You're
next to you
through me
anymore.
You threw me.
Alright, yeah.
You threw me out of your protective range.
Well,
Okay,
You
that-
you have inspiration.
you do have
You use
inspiration.
it.
yeah.
Okay.
So do I have to check off this inspiration thing?
Yes.
Okay, so
You get rid of it, you get a D4.
Yep, you get 1d4 to add to it, so roll a d4.
Also, because of my little mode of potential that I gave you, the thing floating around your head, you instantly gain 4 temporary hit points because you used it on a saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's a 16 now instead of 12.
Okay, you fail still.
Oh, sorry, not 4. 10.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
do get
nice.
10
10
points of
temporary hit
damage.
points.
Alright, give me a moment to do this. So that is still a fail, unfortunately. Oh, nope, cancel.
let's see how much damage he deals though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is all fire damage as a note. You take 23 points of fire damage.
With resistance.
Halved. So,
11. Yep. 11 points.
so you take 1 point of actual damage because of your temporary hit points.
And
1 damage.
then, with his last, his second action.
Oh, he also, just as a note,
Has his fire,
the
yeah.
hobgoblin
Fire damage.
takes 3 points of fire damage.
Alright. He is going to cast Fireball again at 3rd level because that's his only spell slots left. Well, he has 1 4th level, but he's not using that yet.
I want that staff.
8d6 again.
I want to study the staff, then you can have it.
No, piss off.
One,
You can have it
I'm the
after
magic
I
boy.
it take long.
What can you do with it?
I need to make
you
an interesting
take
book about it.
26 points. Half that is 13 points of fire damage for your resistance.
Lovely.
And he has... Oh, wait. And then he's going to choose to use his Arcane Advantage for his damage, and that gives him an extra 2d6 of damage. So you take another 4 points in total, because I have that for the...
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 4. It's originally 8.
I'm at 30 HP, guys.
Yep, and that is the end
He's
of the
looking
Hobgoblin's
rough.
turn.
From
Bardris,
2
you are
fireballs.
up.
Yeah, I'm up, and I can't heal Snickness, so I don't feel like going over the trap again, so I'm going forward.
I was going to say, Bardris, if you want to give me an investigation check, you can figure out where the trap is exactly.
My investigation sucks. I'm probably going to fail. I don't know if it's worth the trouble.
Okay. Well, I'm just
I have
letting
a
you know.
+1.
I'm just letting you know that's an option.
How far away is Cedric from me?
He's about 10 feet away.
Oh, so he's within my protective range of my sword.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't really need to get closer. I kind of just want to go to the side and get out of the way, because I know that there's going to be a throwdown between Snickness and this fucking goblin.
I mean, you could also, you can run forward. The room, as you look at, it does expand out as you're looking down. While this hallway is only about 15 feet wide, as I mentioned, the room ahead looks to be almost 40 feet from what you'd roughly estimate.
How close is the goblin, and are there any more statues?
There are no more statues in the hallway. There are a couple but Cedric didn't identify any as traps. And as far as it goes, the hobgoblin is... I mean, you'd be running into his range. So he will get an opportunity attack if you go in the room.
And I really don't have any far attacks, because I am very melee-inducing. I know I can take a hit from him, though. I'd be okay.
The only thing you see him carrying is that staff. He
Yeah,
doesn't
and
seem
he seems like he's a mage, so really, I'm just going to need to hope Holy Avenger holds out, or I think I can take the damage anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, he can't cast a spell on an opportunity attack.
Yeah, so it won't hurt that much. I don't trust you not to give him something, though.
No. I mean, I can confirm. The only thing you see him is carrying a quarterstaff. And he's not wearing a cloak. He's wearing normal studded leather armor.
And how close is he?
About
I
10 feet away from you.
Oh, I can totally get within the range. Fuck it. I'm going in.
Are you going to go into the room, or are you going to stay in the hallway as you're attacking him? Because you could go into the room and still... And I mean, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on you regardless, because you're coming into his range.
I just want to get, like, right up next to him so he doesn't hit me with magic.
Okay.
I want to force him into melee.
Alright, well, as you get closer... So, again, the question is, do you want to stop in the room or in the hallway?
In the hallway.
Okay. Alright, as you walk up, he's going to take his attack. That's an 11 to hit.
No.
As
Not
the
even
quarterstaff just bounces off your armor, creating a loud thwonk. And
Man, this guy's really trying.
You gotta respect that he's trying.
you are not adopting another NPC, goddammit. Alright, Barges, you've used your movement. What would you like to do?
Alright, yeah. I'm just gonna swing at him.
Okay. Roll to
Swing at
hit.
Holy Avenger. Yeah, come on, +7. Something good. Yeah, that's 25. 25 hit?
That hits, yeah, that does definitely hit.
Awesome. And that's 12 damage.
Yeah, you watch as you slice into him, cutting into where the armor seems to have the biggest gap, and he begins coughing up blood, and looks to be in extreme pain.
I don't get the extra because he's not a fiend or undead. Okay. Yeah, that's really all I can do here.
Okay.
Because most of my spell, I have no one to heal because I'm pretty sure Cedric's just fine. So,
Yeah, Cedric looks perfectly healthy.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just gonna keep my shield up and kind of hang out right next to him. I'm not that
Okay.
scared if I'm this close to him. I feel pretty okay.
Alright. Cedric's up. He is now, because he's in melee range, is pulling out his longsword to attack. That is a 15 to hit, hitting the hobgoblin. And does 6 points of damage to the hobgoblin as he slices into the guy, cutting off a couple of fingers and a portion of his hand. The hobgoblin looks very terrified now and is starting to worry. All right. Next in the listing is Snicknesh.
How far is he?
The creature is 15 feet away from you. I will ask you give me a perception check at disadvantage because you are raging.
That's a 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. He's ready to be attacked.
Alright.
Oh no.
Snicknesh is gonna go on in. And
Okay.
He's gonna...
How are you walking down? Are you just kind of brooding your way down the hallway?
Snicknesh is gonna go on all fours and he's just gonna fucking go right after him. He's going straight.
How
towards
tall
him.
is
Hunting dog
Snicknesh?
style.
How
And
tall?
he's gonna...
How tall is Snicknesh?
How tall is Snicknesh?
Uh-huh.
He is real tall.
Snicknesh is real tall. He's 9 foot.
So roughly 5 feet on all fours. Okay. Snicknesh, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, come on. It was right at a 20 and it fucking... 5.
As you watch as the floor opens up and Snicknesh crawls into a lava pit. You take 2d8 worth of fire damage while you're in this pit, and you are stuck, or it will slow you down. You will have it will be considered rough terrain, so you will be at half speed. You take 9 points of fire damage. Halved is 4.
So, it's... Okay. So 4 damage.
As you are now swimming in lava.
I'm gonna fine. I'm gonna crawl out of this. I'm going to dig out of this pit. I'm assuming it's a pit.
It's a pit. Yeah, you're about 10 feet down below now. And as you can see, looking into the lava as you splashed in, it looks to go even deeper.
I'm just clawing my way out of this pit.
What's your movement speed?
It is a 30-foot walking speed.
It will take you, so it's gonna take your full movement to get through this. So
That's fine.
okay,
Yeah.
you'll take another 2d8 as you move
And
through
since
it.
I haven't used my action yet, I'm gonna use that to go even further.
To
Yeah.
climb up the wall. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna take another 12. Half is 6 of fire damage as you move through it. And as you climb out, you are red hot. You no longer feel the stinging pain from where your ass was smacked. Now your entire body is steaming and burning. But you're not taking damage anymore.
I'm looking at this man with the rage of 1,000 suns.
Roll intimidation.
Oh, come on. It was at a 19. It's a 7. I'm not doing good on these rolls.
Rolling a 20 on his charisma, he is not intimidated in the slightest and growls back at you.
This is what we call a cockfight.
Alright, and that's all you can do unless you have a bonus action, Snicknesh?
I'm going to say, don't kill him. This is what I'm going to do to him when I get the chance.
Okay.
I posted it in
Got
the
it.
chat. This is what I'm doing to him.
As Snicknesh kind of motions for his thighs and crush in a crushing motion. Okay. Caspian, you're up. You just watched Snicknesh dive into lava willingly.
And then
Crawl out.
I can see him like full on swan dive into this trap. I
also-
peek my head around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And so the hobgoblin can see me.
Yep. And the lava trap has closed back up.
Does it take an action for me to shift forms? I can't remember.
I would say yeah
I
in
think it
combat.
does.
Just
In combat?
Yeah, I would say it takes an action.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is an action. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use my first action to shift myself
Mm-hmm.
into No, sorry. My first action, to get in his head
Okay.
with my natural detect thoughts.
He's terrified and
Yeah,
intimidated.
and my second action, to shift into what looks like him, but completely just torn apart, blood everywhere, eyes hanging out, just an absolute horror scene of him, and I say, drop your weapons.
Intelligence, he rolls a 4. Or in total 4. Fucking natural 1. Looks over at you, looks back at Snicknesh, looks over at you again. And doesn't drop his weapon, but looks to be like, you sense suddenly a panic and like he's got some sort of plan.
Oh boy.
He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna be able to do shit.
I guess it's my turn to cut him down. That's
He does suddenly look like he's trying to. You do sense he is disengaging from combat. He is going to
hell
run.
no. Oh hell
Caspian.
no.
Tackle him.
Okay.
Football tackle him. Dog pile.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm going to inspire. Snicknesh really wants this. I'm gonna inspire Snicknesh again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick 'em, boy.
Okay. Alright. As you do so, at the end of your turn, the hobgoblin is up. He pulls out a small stone from his pocket and immediately vanishes.
Can I try and grab him?
Nope. That is not your action. As you guys are no longer in combat, he disappears.
Oh,
Yes?
start of his turn.
He did
He
take...
takes
Yep.
4 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, he just did, as he burned, he just crushed the stone in his hand and disappeared. And you guys are out of combat.
That bitch.
And wherever he is,
He will be
because
taking damage.
yeah.
Yep, I'm keeping track.
All right.
I guess I'll
Alright.
kill Snicknesh.
And then there's your XP. As Cedric kind of puts away his short sword, he looks at Snicknesh and goes, Calm down, buddy. We're gonna find him later. He's still in a stronghold somewhere.
I shift into same horrifying hobgoblin visage, just with like Aarakocra wings, and just kind of flap my way across the pit.
Okay. As you fly across, you do set off the trap again. It does open up, but you manage to avoid it and just closes back up after a few seconds.
Cool. And completely opposite to what Cedric is trying to do, I go, "You angry? You mad, Snicknesh? Sniff him out. Smell him." I pick up, like, I put my finger through some of the blood on the ground and lift it up to his bronze nose.
Oh no.
Sniff him out, boy.
Wait, I do want to. I want to know something.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, is there perhaps two-handed weapons in the area?
You know what? As you guys look around, so you see this room looks to have been like some sort of barracks, as many of the beds in here look to have been bunk beds. Many of them are run down, even being made of fine carved stone. The cloth seems to be torn. You realize the rug on the ground looks to be a giant dragonborn, what once was. And otherwise, looking around even in the chests, give me a perception or investigation, Snicknesh.
I think they're both the same, but let me check. Yep. So I'll just do perception.
Okay.
That's a 15.
Looking around, you do eventually find a greatsword that is kind of rusted a bit, but it looks to be a normal greatsword.
All right. Well, since I just got the Titan's grip feat, I'm gonna grab one of the great swords then, and I'll use it with my Question on the dual wielding part.
Mm-hmm.
Does that just mean that I can do damage with both of the weapons at the same time, or?
No. If you have the that feat, and it's 2-weapon fighting.
It's no. It's Titan's Grip.
Ew, I remember this one. I had to make this one. Give me a minute to look into it. Because I actually have to look that one up. It's been a while since I've used this. Okay.
I've got good news, guys. Bargus is now a master swordsman. It's okay.
God damn it.
Okay. I have advantage on all sword attacks. I am now very dangerous. It's alright.
What? How? When?
I'm level 4. Fear me.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, wait,
Are we leveling up right here?
I just did.
If you had the XP, you would.
I got the XP. It pushed me over. I'm level 4.
It's too large for you. It's reduced
I have
by
an extra
1.
1d20
Well, I mean,
on every
I am too, but like.
Yeah, no, I don't
didn't-
do a leveling thing or anything like that. Once you level up, you can update your skills. It'll only take you about an hour to get your skills all set up. Unless
Alright.
you're a magic caster, in which case, and you're learning new spells, that'll take a little bit longer, but still. If it's,
Well, I'm not learning any higher levels of spells, so.
So basically, the way Titan's Grip works, Snicknash, oh wait, that's the wrong thing. Damn it. Let me grab that real quick, because I think that's one of my collections. Let me read the language on it proper. Okay. So you master 2-hit weapon fighting, gain the following. So basically you don't, you can hold a 2-handed weapon in one hand each. Basically it's like dual wielding. And if you just don't get a penalty to it like you'd normally.
Okay, so I can't attack with like both at the same time. Then.
You can.
Oh, I can.
They would count as, that would be one action to attack with both.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know, because that's.
But you only find one greatsword.
Okay, well I have them all, so I'll be using both then.
That works. Yeah, the whole point in Titan's Grip is basically your hand strength, your forearm strength has gotten strong enough to the point where you can now hold a large weapon in one hand without taking the penalty of it weighing so much that's really difficult to swing.
Yeah.
It'd be
Alright.
what would normally be given to like small, normal fighters who just use normal single-hand weapons. They can now use one in each hand. It's a similar concept. Okay, so as you lot are sitting around here, Cedric not leveling up, unfortunately, kind of begins working on his bow and looking around, and just kind of as you look around this room, it's a dead end. I mean, it doesn't go any further. There's no food in here. There's really no other items of note. And it's just a dark room.
Just with my ritual detect magic, is there anything magical in here?
Nope.
Gotcha.
Dude, this Master Swordsman feat is insane.
Yeah? Oh, did you take the Master Swordsman fucking thing that I gave,
Yes.
fucking what's
Yes,
his
I
name?
did.
With
Yep.
It
yeah,
is
you have
absolutely
all of
perfect.
these like available. To
Yeah,
be
that's a
picked.
hidden. That was a hidden feat that I gave to fucking Torin way back when.
It's
The
a
Lost
flawless
Soul,
Bardrith. Every
the
single
Ninth
ability.
Life.
You did read to make sure you fulfilled the requirement to get it, correct?
It didn't have any.
Okay.
It didn't say anything.
Wanted to make sure, because yeah, I do set certain requirements for certain feats. So
The only thing was like you practice with a sword long enough that you're really good with it. That's basically. That's all it really says.
yeah, that is the
Go read
case.
D20 extra damage on every attack. That's freaking insane.
Plus 3 other really good effects. I resist all non-magical attacks.
What can I pick to make me super OP? Because now the rest of
Very
my party is.
I just took a minute to read the feats. I saw that and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I need a strength-based sword. This is really good.
Yeah. However, it will come at a cost as time goes on. So, as all things do.
Health Master Swordsman. I'm confused.
When you're a master swordsman, what's the one thing everyone else wants to do?
Oh, I understand.
You have now been
Come at
marked.
me.
Yep.
Come at me. I'll take you all on.
I plan to.
If you're a master swordsman, what? I don't.
Other swordsmen are gonna want to challenge me constantly.
Yeah, to prove their worth.
I'm gonna have a lot of sword fights.
The only
right now.
reason
Extra
why
XP. I'll take it.
the only reason it didn't affect Torin is because by the time that fucking Cameron's character got it, you guys were so far. You were in the middle of a war. No one's gonna fucking challenge a swordsman in the middle of a battle like that. At least not on the same when you're on the same side. So
I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest. I think the feat is worth being challenged because the boosts are just so good.
We'll see.
I'm down for a couple extra fights. That's fine.
All right. So you guys are sitting in this room as time passes. About an hour passes as you lot level up. Cedric kind of looks a little antsy, but overall seems to be fine as he collects some of the extra arrows
How
from the
much
goblins.
Stickness missing?
I'm at 24 HP out of 52.
I mean, I assume this is we're spending like an hour here. You do a short rest, roll
Yep.
some hit dice.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Tell me what you're at after a short rest, and I'll heal you what you need. I'm gonna be like out of lay on hands, but that's fine.
Just save your lay on hands. His hit dice will be fine.
Well, I mean, I have cure wounds as well. I have double heal, so I can heal regardless. Because I'm not gonna use ceremony or smite in here.
That's fair.
So
Alright, and also I will mention, as you guys are kind of figuring your things out, you see Cedric kind of turns and starts whispering something to the walls as he casts a spell on himself. And you hear some weird groaning noises and some very rough, very quiet roars almost, as something seems to be in the walls. And then you hear the stones kind of creaking as around the room as something seems to move away. And Cedric just kind of looks at you lot and says, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just one of the earthworms. We're good."
okay, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I was asking if it knew more about this place. They're rather smart creatures. Very nice, very kind. I have heard they've devoured whole parties in the past. They're well known for eating people. And this one was quite large. It was surrounding this entire room.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. So, But, hey, at least now I know that the schematics there's a chimera beast further down, about 2 floors down.
Is it the one we're looking for? Is it a different one?
I mean, it's a chimera. To be honest, assumedly it's the same one we're looking for.
That'll work.
How many feet down is 2 floors down?
He looks at you and goes, I mean, I wouldn't know. To be honest, we're going to have to climb down the stairs, and the beast doesn't really pay any attention. It said it was the same length as it, but I don't know
Where's
how
the
long this
stairs?
beast. You didn't see stairs.
We gotta find stairs.
Where are the stairs, Cedric?
Cedric kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, I don't know, I've never been here.
Alright, I'm gonna start punching my way down to the next
Oh
floor.
god. Okay.
Alright, so you're just going to punch the ground or the walls? What?
The
I'm getting
ground.
away.
The
I'm
ground?
getting away from the finish. I don't want to be caught up in the quaking that's about to happen.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
24?
You watch as Snicknesh immediately falls through as the ground breaks under him. And because of the fact that you're going straight down, the rocks being old, split very easily. Snicknesh, give me another strength saving throw.
You have inspiration if you need it.
Can I use inspiration after I figure out whether
Yeah.
it fails or succeeds?
No, you can only use it once
You
you
have
roll.
After the roll, before you find out whether it's a success or a failure.
While he's rolling, the rest of you just see as Snicknesh falls into a pit, and then shiny white teeth seem to kind of appear in this pit. And
Yeah, I'm using inspiration.
okay, so that'd be 1d4.
So 23
20.
plus 4?
27.
27 total. You
And
manage.
because you used it on a saving throw, It is
10 temporary health again.
8
8?
temporary health this time.
Nice.
8.
I have to roll each time.
Alright. So, Snicknash, as you fall, and the rest of the party just sees, you suddenly grip onto the 2 teeth, or onto 4 teeth, 2 with your feet and 2 with your arms, and are holding the mouth open as you hear the loudest roar, and suddenly you feel something very hot coming up from your back.
Oh, here comes the fire.
No, this thing is spitting acid.
Oh, that's even better.
As
Oh,
it
no.
suddenly starts puking up to try and digest Snicknash in its mouth.
What is this thing?
You don't know. You've never seen a creature like this. You can't even see the outside of it right now. It's so dark.
Its mouth all open.
Yeah. You realize the mouth is bigger, is wider and larger than you. And you take. Give me a moment.
It's probably that worm, wasn't it?
It's not that worm moved, but you take 13 points of acid damage as you feel it splashing against your back. Do you have resistance to that?
To acid?
I mean,
It should say.
I'm probably not raging anymore.
Well, you're not
You're not
raging
raging,
right now.
no. Yeah.
Yeah,
You have.
so I just take them.
Yeah, you have natural resistance against lightning.
Though, because of temporary hit points. So
That's true.
that's
Okay.
something.
All right.
I'm-
As this
I'm
creature
37
is now trying to eat you, you see Cedric kind of run towards the hole and look at Snicknash and look at the rest of the party and go, "Do we want to save him?"
Yes, we want to save him.
All right. And he casts Speak with Animals again on himself, burning another first level spell. And you hear mumbled roars as this thing is like trying to crunch down on Snicknash even harder. Snicknash, give me another strength saving throw. This
Saving
time
throw?
with advantage. Yep.
And
Jesus, fucking
so
27.
27.
You're still holding this thing's jaw open. It's trying to bite down on you hard. You see more teeth are popping out from behind you. You can hear them pop out of its gums.
Can I roll? Can I roll to maybe extend, like push outwards more, like try and extend its jaw further?
Sure. Give me another strength check.
11.
Nice.
Its jaw starts to close more. As Snicknash, you have now lost a foot down, so you are now down to 8 feet worth of movement or range of holding this thing. It's starting to crunch you, and you hear Cedric continue to roar at this thing as it seems to make muffled roars back, and eventually, after a few minutes, it seems to spit. And Snicknash comes flying back up into the ceiling, smacking the ceiling, leaving an imprint of Snicknash that will forever be there. And as Cedric pulls him down and moves him to the side, and looks at the rest of the party and goes, "So that's another one of those earthworms. They kind of infest this place. I wouldn't recommend breaking the ground." As he pats Snicknash.
Fine.
Hooray!
Also, I'm gonna be honest, and he looks at Caspian and Bargis. I think your pet here is fucking terrifying, because normally there aren't many who could hold a jaw open of one of these things.
Why do you think he's the bodyguard? This is what he's good at.
Holy hell. Cedric kind of moves away a little bit. God damn.
I think your pet here is terrifying because normally people can't hold those open.
So should we continue down the hallways like the normal routes instead of trying to, piss off more earthworms? Because I can only do that one more time.
Yeah, we're gonna walk now.
And we've gotten lucky that these are agreeable creatures. I don't know what else is in these walls. And he looks at Bargis and Caspian and goes, "By the way, you do realize there's a reason the dwarves aren't living here anymore. There's probably something scarier than a chimera living in here to take out a small stronghold of dwarves."
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Figured I'd mention that. Let's not try and break any more holes in the wall.
I want to wrestle it.
No, later.
Let's just head downstairs.
Okay.
Snicknash. Sniff for danger.
You smell danger. All around you.
It's everywhere.
And goblin
It's
poison.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I respond, it's everywhere.
Alright,
Yeah.
as you lot head back, having Snicknesh crawl this time underneath the dwarven statues not to set off the trap, kind of heading back into the main hallway and exploring for a bit. Give me some investigation checks.
All of us?
Yes, because you're all looking around to see where the stairs
At
are.
20.
Nice.
13. What's up, guys?
Cedric got a 6. And Bardrus?
Oh, what am I rolling?
Investigation.
Oh, I'm probably gonna fail. Okay. Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, so Caspian.
Yep.
You know, once upon a time you met a dwarf, and somehow you remember knowledge of the fact that strongholds typically like to always lead to the right. Their stairways are always the furthest in and always to the right. For some reason, this knowledge sticks with you as you are walking around. And as you eventually kind of go to the end of the hall, looking around, you find surprisingly no traps given your investigation. And you find the stairway that seems to go about 3 flights of stairs down. And beside it is a secondary stairway as you look in, opening the very rusted metal door. Again, not with your investigation, not finding any traps at all. And having still detect magic up, no magic in the area. This stairway goes 6 flights down. So you have one stairway in front of you that goes 3, and one slightly to the left that goes down 6.
So, boys, we got the Chimera down this way. Probably something scarier down that way. So we want to go to the Chimera, get our freak on with that thing, take everything it has, and then leave. That sound good?
But
Sounds good.
But big thing,
All right.
the other direction.
Snicknej, I didn't see any traps. You first, please.
I'll go down the way of the Chimera.
Yeah, good boy.
That's the creature that challenged you with that roar earlier, Stick Edge.
Alright. As you begin heading down the hallway, or down the stairway, some of the stairs are a little decrepit, and you do watch as Snicknesh does knock a few stones here and there, given his weight.
580 pounds, I believe.
Yeah, these stairways are really old, and they haven't been maintained very well, so a few blocks of brick kind of fall through on occasion. As you lot head down, making it to the second floor, you see it's a lot brighter. Most of the hallway looks to be lit up by what looks some sort of strange magic runes on the wall. Immediately, Caspian, your detect magic spell recognizes this as magic. Casting Identify or anything else, even as a ritual, will immediately recognize these are just cubes with the light spell rune crafted into a rune onto them. There's nothing diabolical about them. They're just meant to light up the room. So you can all see perfectly clear now. And this hallway seems to lead one way, and one way only. It goes into what looks to be a giant center chamber, where you can see what looks to be a very broken, golden sort of chair, maybe a throne, you're not sure. And there you see a very large-looking beast with white fur, and give me a minute, I'm just pulling it up. Giant white wings. It has a lion's head with ram horns. A strange looking, almost, you're not sure if it's a goat or a horse with a single horn, and then an eagle's head. And all of them seem to have bright blue eyes, and it seems to just be sitting there, laying on its belly.
What's the tail?
The tail, there is no beat. It's just a tail that's kind of sort of spiked. As you look it around, and fluffy at the very end.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, here, let me give you the image. This is what it looks like for you guys. Oh, no.
Thanks for the...
That's an interesting looking creature right there. Man,
Why
that's
is
for
it
the
not
IP.
letting me copy the image?
this will be one hell of a fight.
Thanks for the IP for the server.
Yeah, view full image here. Give me a minute. Copy image, let's see. There we go. Alright, I got it, boys. It's loading. So this is what you see. As the creature, and then you see in there a few goblins walking about, one that seems to be ordering the other goblins around. He seems to be a little bit bigger than the others, but not by much, and is wearing a chain shirt and holding a shield. You also see the hobgoblin from earlier with its very burnt face and body looking around, kind of walking about, carrying food back and forth to the chimera. And then lastly,
How
you see...
far is the hobgoblin?
Let me describe first. Come on, give me a minute. You also see, lastly, another hobgoblin yelling at the original, or at the magic caster, wearing full plate and a shield, and carrying what looks to be a javelin and a longsword. They are about 50 feet down the hallway, and then about 10 feet into the room, so in total 60 feet away from you. However, the chimera is staring straight at Snicknash right now. It is staring him down, but it's not moving, as if it's telling you, Snicknash, given your animal instincts. Actually, in fact, give me a animal handling roll.
It's looking down on Snicknash.
I'm wonderful at these. I have a +1 to these. 19.
That's not wonderful.
This thing is looking at you like you are weak and pathetic.
Oh, this bitch is about to die.
Snicknash, hunt.
I'm going to. How far is this thing?
60 feet in total altogether.
I'm running towards it, and I'm going to just jump, and I'm like over to like that horse head right there, and I'm going to basically slam that horse head to the ground and like try and like wrangle all of the heads together, and just and I'm just gonna start wrestling it. I'm just gonna start like.
Before you do that, roll initiative.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Knows we're
God,
here.
this thing. I want to. That's a 23 on initiative.
Okay.
I got this.
20. Fucking, and then on the opposite, 3 for Bardris.
I have a +0 to initiative. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh well, you don't worry, cause Cedric got a fucking 1 and for a total of 7.
Yeah.
And Caspian.
I love how it's
Hold on.
better than you.
My I just realized my HP didn't update.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
No
Yeah,
problem.
Initiative 7. Terrible.
Let me check if
Oh, mine
my-
didn't. Mine didn't
check
either.
if my HP is fine.
Yeah, make sure to max out your HP and then refresh your character sheets. I'll give you a moment to do that as I take a second to let you guys do. I'm gonna grab some water. Oh, ouch.
$64 HP. Let me fix this then.
Even here, I'll just override it because
Yeah. But 64 HP.
Okay, I'm back.
that's insane.
I have 60 health. I got this.
You have 16?
60.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, goddamn, man, that's real bad. Like, you need to
You
check.
guys are jacked.
Oh, don't worry, Caspian, you're gonna be real proud, happy that they're jacked, because they're about to take a lot of DPS. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
we're the ones taking hits for you. You should be happy that we have a lot.
at the top of the initiative for once is Snicknash.
Stickner.
Now remember,
Go, Snicknash, go, Snicknash, go.
you only have a running distance of 30 feet, so
But I do have an extra 10 feet of reach.
yes, that is true.
But I can't, you know.
You can
wrangle
use your
them.
action to run in there and get right in its face, but you will not be able to use any more actions after that, so. Assumedly. Because you're not level, I think it's 6 is when you get your
First,
second
I'm gonna
action.
rage.
Okay. You suddenly see Snicknash turns bright red and very angry and is glaring at the Chimera.
And I'm gonna basically. Can I run all the way to this thing's tail?
No. That would be 90 feet worth of distance.
Can I get underneath this thing's stomach?
Nope. That would be 80 feet overall.
So where can I? Just
You can get right in its face, yep.
I'm gonna get it right in its face.
Okay. Alright, so as you charge up, you use your bonus action and your 2 movements, so that would be your action and your movement.
I'm gonna flip the bird
Okay.
because that's what I saw earlier from.
The Hobgoblin and Cedric. Yep. Okay. All right. That is the end of your turn.
I just want to say, Barge is still willing to be a living cannonball.
After doing this, Snicknudge is going to frantically look around the room.
You know,
something
it's
to
not
smell.
nearby. It's not nearby or anything like that. You're not sensing anything close by. Okay. So, with that, immediately the Hobgoblin Devastator, as he is known, is the Magic Caster, having healed up fully, finally, is going to go ahead and immediately ignore Snicknash, not giving a shit, and realizing the Chimera can probably kick his ass, is going to turn, and as Snicknash takes a minute, he is going to look down the hallway and cast Fireball at Caspian, Bardris, and Cedric. I will roll to attack. Or no, that's a dex save. Everyone give me a dex saving throw.
So how does that connect with... I get advantage because of the fucking Holy Avenger? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't matter. My dex saves are +0, so it's probably going to go terribly, terribly wrong.
Probably.
Yeah, it's first roll, it's a 4. That's terrible. I'm going to hope I do better.
Yeah.
15, that's a little better.
24 succeeds, 15 fails. So that is 8d6 worth of fire damage. Give me a second. Oh, wait. Let me not roll the wrong dice. 8d6, not 68. Alright. That is 29 points of fire damage as the fireball comes and smacks into you a lot. Oh, that fucking hurts
14.
Cedric. Yep, he's on 10 HP. Okay. Alright, and the Hobgoblin, realizing he did a good job on that, is going to immediately look at Snicknash and go ahead and cast Magic Missile, moving out his damage. So that is 1d4 worth of damage, +1.
Isn't Magic Missile to hit?
No, it's an auto hit. It always hits. That's the nice thing about it.
It just does very little damage, comparatively.
So how
It
much
does
is it?
4 points of damage in total.
Oh no.
It's 1d4 +1, so that Hobgoblin is at the end of his turn. The
So it's actually 2 damage then.
Oh yes, because you are raging. Yes, so 2 damage. The Goblin, not seeing the rest of the party, is going to take a shot at Snicknash with its short bow. That is an 11 to hit.
No, it shatters.
Alright, as the bow... Snicknash doesn't even turn as the arrow smacks into his shoulder, and it just kind of snaps and falls to the ground. And the Goblin looks very disheartened by the situation. The Chimera, being up, looks down at Snicknash. One of the faces kind of smiles, and is going to begin its attack. It is going to go ahead and hit you with its claw. That is a 22 to hit.
Nope.
God damn it. The horse is going to bite you. That is a 26 to hit.
I have 26 AC. Does
So
that hit?
nope. Alright, and then the tail is going to try and smack you. And that's a 17 to hit.
No.
Dang, I forgot that when
Yeah.
it matches the AC, it misses.
Yeah,
That's
which is
crazy.
reversed for when players do it. I always let players hit on that, so...
Wow.
Alright, yeah, because I throw really hard things at players, so I always try to make it a little easier for them to survive.
Nope.
Alright, another goblin, seeing this, thinking it has a chance, rolls a 15 to hit Snicknash with its short bow.
No.
As the arrow goes flying. I don't think any of them technically hit him, but that's the only enemy they see. Another one, and that's a 17 to hit.
No.
And the Hobgoblin, realizing that this is pointless, just turns and leaves. The Warlord, with his plate and just walks off, not even caring.
Like, what do you mean he leaves? He's just...
As you look, there are 2 hallways, one going to the right and one to the left in the middle of the room. He just starts walking off. I mean, he just watched at the fact that the Chimera, Snicknash dodged the Chimera left and right. He's not an idiot. He's turning and walking away. Alright, another goblin seeing this is going to continue to try and stab Snicknesh to get a reward for it. That's a 17, which does not hit. A 10. They're really trying to pelt you with arrows. And that's it for the goblins. Caspian, you're up.
First things first, I'm going to give inspiration to Snicknesh. Good job, buddy. Stay strong.
You get a 1d4.
That's a D6.
D6,
of inspiration.
Okay.
And you have the little mote of light floating around your head.
Is that he is 60 feet away from you, so I don't know if that spell has a range.
It's not a spell.
Okay.
It's just a feature.
But yeah,
Okay.
any creature within 60 feet
Okay.
that can hear me. Yep.
Wanted to make sure.
Yep. Plus I got spell sniper.
That's fair.
So, I'm going to cast, with my first action, Nether's Mischief.
Okay.
So this is a 20-foot cube. So it's an area effect. I'm going to place it like partially on the Chimera, and hit as many goblins as possible. But the two main targets I really want to hit are the Chimera and that Hobgoblin.
The magic caster.
spellcaster.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna hit everyone but the one hobgoblin who's leaving.
All right. Sweet. So that's little kind of like tiny little fey kind of lights just start glowing in that area. Little purple, kind of like fireflies just floating around.
Goblins look confused. The hobgoblin is terrified.
And that will have different effects on different people.
Oh,
Or no, it'll have one main effect that'll hit people on their turns.
okay.
Cool.
All right. Anything else?
Da, 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 da. Yeah, with my second action, I'm going to. Does it look like? I mean, obviously he's not on fire anymore. I'm gonna throw another alchemist fire at
That's
the
that's gonna
hobgoblin.
be 60 feet
'Cause
throw.
Screw this guy.
He's running.
No, he's not running. There's a There's
He's
a
the one
warlord
that's
that's
running.
leaving. That guy's walking away. He's not running.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
60
that's a
feet.
long throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can use your movement to get
Ah.
closer.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to, I'll just Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, just casually. All right.
Yeah, because I took that spell with my feet. That's a natural one.
Oh, is that to attack or to hit? That
To hit, yeah.
nope, that misses. Z just kind of moves out of the way slightly, annoyed.
I'm still getting used to the spell, man.
Let's learn this.
Remembers the fact that he just
Eldritch
slammed you with
Blast.
a fireball,
Fireball.
and smiles,
Yeah.
knowing he has 2 more of those still.
Wolf, when you cast Eldritch Blast, you have to say it like this: Eldritch Blast.
God damn it.
Nope,
No.
not gonna do that.
He's not
Uh,
blasting.
With that, I'll end my turn. That's everything I can do.
Okay. Cedric is up. He's going to pull back his bow and take a shot. 15 to hit. Thankfully, that hits the guy, and that does 9 points of damage as he pierces the Hobgoblin Devastator, which is
Nice.
the spellcaster, and he is going to do that again with his second action because he doesn't have to get any closer. Oh no. Oh, thank you. Alright, so let's just double the dice. So 4, 7, and 5. 12. As he slams into the hobgoblin, knocking it on its butt. Which means
Good job, Cedric.
And Cedric kind of smiles. And then, let me just check something. Is that a bonus action? Oh yeah, he's going to use his bonus action of Hunter's Mark on the guy. Because he's had that and has been forgetting about that the entire time. However, that is the last of his spells. So, alright. Next up in the order would be the Goblin Boss. Looking at the situation, he looks a little worried about the situation. Looks at the Chimera, sees that it's getting angry, and starts to go down the opposite hallway of the Warlord and leaves.
Was he in the cube?
He was not. He was off a little bit out of the way.
He was like the one guy that wasn't in.
No, him and the Warlord were a little bit outside of it, but that's because they were yelling orders to feed the Chimera. And both of them have an intelligence score high enough to realize they're in trouble. Bardris, you're up.
My God, I never thought this would happen. Alright.
Yeah, a monster that can actually go one-on-one with Snicknesh and almost kill him.
No, I never thought that I'd be able to actually move with my 3.
Okay.
That's what he meant. Yeah, that was the joke.
I don't think I can reach anything, though, because I'm not very fast.
No, that's true. I mean, I can slow you if you'd prefer.
No, but I'm 25, and how close is the nearest enemy?
60 feet.
Yeah, not really going anywhere. I will get 25 feet away from them, though, so if we get Fireball again, it doesn't hit all 3 of us.
Okay, well, you can only either move forward or back up the stairway.
That's forward. Yep.
Okay. As you climb up the stairway, or go forward, sorry. As you go forward, charging up, yeah, the Hobgoblin's paying attention to you. The rest of the creatures in there seem to be staring at Snicknesh.
I am pushing all of my lay on hands on myself.
Oh, okay. Probably smart.
I took a lot of damage from that fireball. I didn't like it very much. Alright, back up to 51 health. There we go.
Okay.
We're okay now.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
No. Not in this situation.
Alright, up to the top of the order, Snicknesh, you are up.
I'm going to grab all of these heads, and I'm going to just start, like, wrestling them all and sort of scrunching them together and just pin this thing to the floor.
Okay,
God.
so this is a grapple. Let's go ahead and do your strength, or
Isn't it athletics?
athletics versus, yes.
And I have
Versus
advantage
it's
at
athletics or acrobatics.
And I have advantage at this because I'm raging.
Yep.
22.
I wonder what's better.
I'm just checking something. God damn it, it doesn't have a legendary action.
It's not a legendary creature, else I'd be killing it.
Yeah, no, it fails as you manage to grab its heads and pull it down to the ground. It now can't move.
I'm going to just say to it, I'm just going to say to it, yeah, you thought I was fucking weak, you little bitch. Get down.
Are you speaking in Common or Draconic?
I'm going to speak in both.
Oh, well, it seems to, as you speak in Draconic, it seems to suddenly stare at you more like it understands.
Okay.
Alright, you now have it grappled. That is your first action. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm assuming I can't hit this thing without losing my grapple, correct?
Yeah, if you try to hit it, it's going to get a chance to break out. So.
I'm not that worried. I'll
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the hit with my greatsword and my maul at the same time.
You only get one, because you got to keep one hand to keep it grappled.
Got it. Okay,
Yep.
then I'll just do my maul.
I was gonna grapple with your legs.
Yeah, that is, but you'd
gonna
have to
grapple.
switch you'd have to use that as your secondary action.
Probably that later.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that later.
Okay.
For now, I'll just hit it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
27.
That hits. Roll damage.
That's a 12. I believe I can add +2 to that, so that's 14.
What are you adding? How are you adding +2?
Rage.
Rage damage.
Oh, rage. Yep. Okay. All right. You smack it in one of its heads. Which head are you attacking?
Which head am I attacking?
Yes.
I'm attacking whichever one is closest to me.
You've got it literally in a grapple. They are right all close to you.
They're all equal.
Oh, the lion one.
Okay. As you smack its head, it roars at you.
Bitch.
All right. That is 2 actions. Is there anything else you want to do?
I just want to check if this is no, that isn't a. Okay. Yeah, then I'm good.
Okay. All right. The hobgoblin caster is up, and seeing that you've just grappled it.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
He.
Whatever the spell does.
Yep.
Interested.
Dies.
He just keels over. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 1 moment.
As all in front of his face and all around him, these tiny little floating purple lights explode into these huge bouquets of flowers.
Okay, he gets 16.
16? That saves. So he's not blinded.
Okay. Realizing that the situation is bad, he is... And he can't cast anything that's going to piss off the Chimera in case it gets up and lives through this. He looks very worried in the situation, turns back towards the party, seeing Caspian, and he's going to cast Firebolt on Caspian. That is a roll to hit. Does a 12 hit, Caspian?
This is surprisingly.
All right. As the firebolt goes flying, he is going to try again to hit Caspian. That is a 18 to hit.
Hits.
All right, so that's 1d10 worth of fire damage, not 1d100.
Keep my spell.
And you take 3 points of fire damage,
Hooray!
as this is all he had at the time for the time being. All right, Goblin, seeing what's going on, is going to try and shoot Snicknesh with his bow.
Hold on.
Oh, yep, go ahead.
He also needs to make a dex save.
Okay. You know, that's the one thing goblins are very good at.
Yeah.
A 12.
12 still fails. He's blinded until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so at
As
disadvantage,
flowers explode in his face.
A good spell. I like the spell.
a 13, does that hit Snicknesh?
No.
Okay.
No.
He hits the bouquet of flowers.
As the arrow just goes
It's
flying.
the Chimera.
No.
In fact, it hit-
Alright, it is the Chimera's turn, and it is going to try...
He has
Yes.
to make a wisdom save.
Oh, alright. Well, good, because a dexterity saving throw, he would have auto-failed. He gets a 19.
19. Dang. Okay.
Oh, actually, I misrolled. Sorry, it's, no, it'd be 22. My bad.
Oh God.
I forgot, it has a
Sheesh.
saving throw for wisdom.
This is wise.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Alright,
Yeah.
and this thing is going to try and break out of the grapple, so, Snicknesh, roll your strength.
Remember, you have inspiration if you need it.
a strength saving throw?
Check, I believe. Yeah.
Athletics check.
Oh, with advantage then.
Yeah, either works for me.
It's a power tool.
Yeah, that's the grapple.
Alright, it stays
Wait, no, I
stuck.
have advantage.
You don't need to roll. You won.
Okay.
Alright, it is going to try and break free again, and it auto-fails, because that's a 1. And I know Snicknesh can't roll lower than a 5.
No.
I can't roll lower than a 12.
Yep, so this Chimera uses both its actions to try and break 3, and that's the end of its turn. Alright, next Goblin. Wolf, go ahead and roll your thing for Caspian.
Alright. Wisdom save.
Oh, good. They're really good at these. That's a -1.
Is it random what kind of save it is whenever you roll?
Yep,
Do you have
it's
to
random
shuffle?
for each.
So that's a
thing.
0.
So the smell of apple pie fills the air around it, and it is charmed by me. So it's going to shoot the hobgoblin spellcaster.
Oh, alright. It rolls, and it hits! As
I'm
the
gonna
arrow,
do the deal with Hobgoblin next turn. So.
and it kills the hobgoblin
Oh.
caster.
Yes.
As the hobgoblin caster gets an arrow between the eyes and just drops to the ground.
It's gonna
It,
force it to feel like it.
With its movement, it's gonna walk over to the hobgoblin's staff and just pick it up for me.
All right. As soon as it grabs it, it dies, losing 7 HP.
Oh. It's a cursed item of some kind.
It is.
No.
It is indeed a cursed item.
Man,
Well,
Probably
that works. It was only charmed for until the start of my next turn.
It's
All right.
dead now.
Next goblin is up. Wolf, go ahead and roll your next thing.
Yep.
have it pick up again.
Oh, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good.
Different effect, though.
We're good with this one. That's a 5.
Make it pick up.
He just begins to giggle. He starts giggling, and he falls on the floor, and he is incapacitated.
All right, rolling a Constitution, and because I'm an asshole.
It's rolling on the floor, and it uses all of its movement to run in a random direction as it rolls, giggling on the floor.
Oh, well, that's good. Rolling a con save or con check just to see if it runs out of air. It got a 1 and is dead. It literally dies
okay.
laughing. Okay. The warlord is going to continue off and disappear down the hallway. The
like,
next
nope.
goblin is ready to go. Go ahead, Caspian.
Okay.
Best AoE
dex
I've ever
save.
seen. Oh, okay. Well, at least
I know, but I love this spell so much.
What is the spell?
a
This is
10.
10. He is blinded as bouquets explode in his face.
Okay, he is going to, at disadvantage, roll to hit Snicknesh. Well, that's a 10.
Yes, that hit. No, that doesn't hit.
Oh yeah, it does.
Alright, next goblin.
Okay.
Caspian.
Wisdom save.
Oh, god damn it. A 15.
15 is my DC.
Okay, so he fails.
So he is charmed, and he shoots. He runs after the warlord and tries to shoot him.
Okay. Let's see.
This spell is way too effective.
As the arrow goes flying off, you hear it thump into something, and then nothing.
Okay,
Alright.
that's fair.
Caspian, it is now your turn.
All right, I like this.
Wait, it hasn't been straight this entire time?
No!
No, I know, but it feels like it.
Oh,
Yep.
how far away is the warlord?
You can't see him anymore.
Did
He's
he
gone.
like round the corner?
Yeah, he went down one of the hallways in the throne room.
Okay.
So he's gone at this point. He's an actual measurement is he's over 120 feet away.
Okay. I have a range of 240 feet.
Yeah, but he is around a corner, so you'd be at disadvantage
Fair.
for any spells.
Fair. Yep. I'm going to. How many goblins are left alive in this area?
Let me check. One sec. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 are alive.
3 are alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm knocking them all out. Let me roll for hit points that'll affect.
Okay. What's the radius on the spell? 20 feet again?
20-foot radius.
Okay.
Yeah. 31 hit
Okay.
points.
Each of the
That'll-
goblins just pass out
All right.
as they
And then
thump
I'll
to the floor.
take my 30 feet of movement in the direction of Snicknej.
Okay, you're
And
halfway
I
down the
will
hall.
inspire.
Not me, 'cause
I'll
I'm still
inspire
in-
Cedric.
Okay.
Because Snicknish, you still have your inspiration.
Yep.
Cool.
I
That's
realized
my turn.
Cedric wasted his hunter's mark.
Yep.
Alright, well, it is Cedric's turn. And as he just watched us, he's gonna basically cast Heal Wounds on himself for the 3 HP, so he's now at 13 HP. And is going to go ahead and not walk up because he doesn't want to bunch up with Bardris and them and Caspian. He is going to instead take a shot at the goblins just to see if he can start killing them off. And
Swing the goblins that are asleep.
yes, one goblin is killed outright, and that is the end of his turn.
Cool.
Alright, the goblin boss continues down the hallway in opposite direction of the hobgoblin warlord, and Bardris, you are up.
So, is there anything for you to even fight other than that goddamn chimera that's really awake?
Nope. Everything else is either gone or dead. Or asleep.
I see. I could go stab the sleeping ones just to make sure they're dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
there's
they are
something-
all 40 feet from you at this point. Or 35 feet.
I mean, it's fine. 'Cause the end of my sprint, because of max person, I can still attack.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'll go kill one of the dead ones. Why not? Make sure they're dead. Because I'm kind of like Snake at his fight. He can have his fun.
Okay.
I don't really want to be part of that.
I mean, it's advantage and an auto critical if you hit. Like
Mhm.
they're screwed.
yeah, I don't really want to be part of the fight with Snicknish. Yeah, I'll go kill some of the sleeping goblins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave
So,
one of them.
as you start
Right.
walking, you are still going to be about 5 feet from them, so... From any of them.
5 feet?
Mm-hmm. If you use just one movement.
Can't I still technically hit from 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So roll to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Just for sake of it. Alright, you still succeed. Congrats, because it's still an auto success. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Crit. Because he's unconscious.
Yep.
I don't think it matters.
Nope, because you
Yeah.
killed it anyways, because it had
But,
7
you know.
HP. You stab a defenseless and now dead goblin.
Look, they're goblins. They need to die. They're not good creatures. At least these ones aren't.
You are correct in that. Alright.
Stab another one.
Well, you've
Nothing
used your
good in
movement,
Maurice's world.
and there's one more goblin next to you, so, and you've used one action. Do you have 2 actions? Or 2 attacks per action?
Master Swordsman gives me a second attack.
Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll to attack.
I suppose I have advantage anyway, because Master Swordsman gives you advantage on Holy Avenger.
Mhm.
So it literally
Oh,
doesn't matter.
yeah. And a D20
It hits.
extra damage.
Yeah! I think it
Alright.
doesn't matter. Does 11... Do I even need to roll the 20?
Nope, it's dead. Alright, now there are no remaining living goblins in the room.
Alright, now I can just kind of... I'm going to watch those doorways. I don't trust those guys not to come back.
You don't
That's
have the
fair.
walking distance yet, but yep.
I just want to turn and look at the doorways.
Okay.
I'm not going to walk over there.
Alright, Snicknish, you're up.
I'm going to change it so that way my legs are grappling these things.
Okay, it's going to get a chance to break out,
That's
so...
fine. That's fine. Strength check
Yep.
or athletics.
Athletics. Yeah.
At
Even if
advantage.
it's out, so you can just repin it. It's
Remember,
not really
you have inspiration.
And
just
I'm
in
going to
case.
use inspiration on this because I don't trust. Oh, whoopsies. That's a 3, so 23 plus 3. So
You're lucky, because it was only 1 point below that.
Yeah.
Just
It's
so you know,
a
not
D6
It's a
of
D6,
inspiration.
but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
And
it's a 6. So
because
yeah.
of your
it
little
doesn't
note
matter.
of what you can do, yeah. Well, yeah, whatever.
How much temp HP?
No temp HP from this.
Yep.
What is it?
With ability checks, you get to roll 2 inspiration die and choose which one you want to take.
Oh.
But
Alright.
it doesn't
It doesn't-
super matter
it doesn't
because
matter.
you succeed.
You now have it in a leg lock. You now have your 2 actions, since you're not moving. Go ahead and roll to attack if you'd like.
I'm going to attack with both my greatsword and my maul. This is
Alright,
what I'm
roll to
going
hit
in.
with both.
16 for one of them,
Hits.
and 14 for one of them.
Does not hit. So the great sword hits.
They're both the same damage, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Uh,
All right.
17 plus 2,
Okay.
because rage.
19. All right. It as you start wailing on it, you're starting to cut into its head. It looks like it's in pain, extreme pain. Can't believe you're fucking gonna kill a chimera. All right.
Without really any trouble.
You have one more action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. That doesn't hit. And that hits.
I yell at Snicknesh, if you can, leave it alive. Just knock it out.
All right.
Well,
Snick
this
dash
is
roll
a maul,
damage.
so I'm going. This is a maul, so I'm gonna try and do like.
13 points plus another 2, so 15. All right. It's starting to cough up blood. It's not happy. Okay. All right, and then that's your end of your turn, Snicknesh.
Yeah.
Okay. The chimera is up as everything else in the room is dead.
That'll be a dex save.
Well, it auto fails because it's grappled.
Grapple.
It
Yeah.
is blinded.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a good thing because it's just going to look straight down, or it's going to just breathe straight down the hallway with its breath weapon. And I need a dex save from everyone.
Dang, that's a long range.
19.
Right.
Succeeds? Oh, so
15.
Succeeds? Yep.
That counts magic. Do I get?
14 for
Oh
Cedric,
my
who
God.
fails.
And you
What'd you get, Bardrus?
I was asking if this counts from a magic advantage or no.
This
And-
is magic damage, technically, yes.
It doesn't matter because like 3 is my higher.
Okay.
21 for
Cedric
my
acting
concentration.
Cedric isn't within range.
Nope, Cedric is not, so I didn't even have to roll. Oops, let me, okay. So that is 36 points of fire damage, to everyone on the failed save, and that is, 18 points of
18.
fire damage to those who,
Ouch.
succeeded.
18 halved.
You don't take any damage, Snicknesh. You're not in front of its face.
You're on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean to include you. I just left it at that. So you rolled dexterity save. Congrats. You managed to succeed no matter what. All right, and it's going to then use its tail to try and smack at Snicknesh.
Can I, when it does that, can I like use a reaction to try and grab the tail? That way I and like pull it towards me. That way I not only have the things like heads tied up. But
If you do, it's going to get a chance to get out of the grapple at advantage. So, because you're distracted.
that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a 25 to hit. Let's deal with the attack first. Does that hit?
No.
Oh, well then, as you dodge and grab at it, first give me a dex check to see if you can grab the tail.
19.
You succeed in grabbing the tail. Let's see if it gets its head out, though. So give me... well, never mind. Don't worry about it. That's another 1. It just rolled on its strength check. So... yeah, you've now got its tail and its head. And it's going to use its last attack to try and hit you with its claws.
While I'm on its head.
Yep.
Like on the top.
It can still try and swipe at you.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit.
I mean, it can, like, reach on its
No.
back.
No. Alright, as you manage to dodge nimbly of its head and tail, and claw. Okay. Alright, he continues to move down the hallway, and Caspian, it's your turn.
I'm going to... singed, but as calmly as I possibly can, in my beautiful ripped gnome form, walk down the hallway, and the flowers these bouquets just kind of part before me as I stare into the middle face, whatever that is, on this
The horse.
chimera.
Yep.
The horse. And without, I'll look up to Snicknej and go, friend, if you'll translate for me. And I lock eyes with the horse and I go, your servants are gone. Giving Snicknej time to translate little bits at a time.
I will try the best I can as I am Snicknej.
One of the lion head continues to look at Snicknesh while the horse head is focused on Caspian.
You are all but defeated. From now on, if you have any value in your own life, and I assume you do, you will serve, and I point up to Snicknej, to your dying breath. And I, using my action, get in his head and try to get him to do that.
All right.
This thing is gonna come
give me a
in
moment.
together.
I'm gonna message you something, Caspian.
Okay.
That's what you get without delving deeper.
Cool. I'm not trying to... Here.
No, I know you're not trying to. I'm just letting you know that that's what it's thinking.
Okay.
What is it thinking?
Do I get to roll anything, or
All
does
right,
that just
that's what you get out
seem
of
to
it.
have no effect?
It's you can roll intimidation, but the DC is going to be very high. So
Okay.
Can I roll intimidation?
no.
That's not good.
Nope. Yeah, you do not succeed. The creature doesn't seem scared in the slightest.
Alright. I'll just kind of wink up at Snicknej and I go, so be it. And I'll give him another inspiration.
Okay. All right. Cedric is up and having no healing left. He is going to go ahead. To annoy the beast, he's going to head down with his action. And both his actions, he's just going to head straight down, walking into the room, and watch just in case. Alright. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to be skipping the Goblin Boss and the Hobgoblin as they are far gone. Bardris, you are up. What would you like to do?
I don't want to be in front of this chimera anymore. I don't want to get attacked again. I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay, as you move off to the side of it, alright.
Am I out of its breath range now?
Yeah, you're at this point staring at its side, so...
Yeah, I'm just gonna start healing myself with Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I'm interested.
Okay. Caspian and Bardris, are you just gonna let Snicknesh kill the Chimera?
I mean... Does Caspian want to try anything else, or is he willing to let it die now?
I am just going to stand in front of its face, smiling into its eyes as I assume everything is going to go black for it.
Okay.
Snicknej knows what I want him to do.
Okay. To
I'm
save
going to
time, I'm just gonna move on and let Snicknesh do the thing to kill it, because it's not gonna break free at this point.
I'm going to start beating it unconscious. I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to beat it unconscious.
Okay. As you begin to do so, eventually after about a half an hour of just beating on it, you manage to knock it out. The creature goes completely out cold. And it is at 1 HP. Alright, and you guys are now out of combat. Give me a moment just to edit something out real quickly, to get the proper XP amount for you boys. Okay. So, this is a leveling session. Okay. So, as you guys gain some XP, the Chimera goes unconscious fully. You guys are no longer in combat. You do still sense, Snicknesh, that there's something far worse down below.
I don't think we're interested, gonna be honest.
Also, at this point, Snicknesh, you do hear the Chimera, or another Chimera roar further off, down each of the hallways, one going to the left and one to the right.
There's more chimeras.
There is indeed.
Oh man. What? No, I messed something up.
Oh, gotcha.
Not that.
It
We
makes
could
sense.
have more. We could have more chimera mounts.
If we're fighting more chimeras, we're resting first.
Alright.
I look up at Snicknesh and I go, my friend, I believe we've gotten what we've come for. I will take a couple minutes to very carefully identify the staff.
Oh, give me a perception check, actually.
Sure. 6.
The staff's gone. All that's left is wood ash.
I just wanted to see what I would get for a perception check.
Bummer.
Snicknesh, there is stone in the room. You don't like stones.
I go, Snicknesh, my friend.
Nice.
If you would be so kind, pick up the body of this beast, and we will all make our way out of this hellhole.
All right. If I can
We're
sort of
bringing
like-
this with us.
Okay. So can I possibly tie this thing up somehow? Possibly with I think I have some rope actually. I have 50 feet of rope.
What is your carrying capacity, Snicknesh?
My carrying capacity? Let me look. Where do I find that again?
Oh, 840, I see it. For your push drag, 420. You just click on weight carried and look at and it shows you the encumbrance. So you can lift up to 420 and push drag lift 840. So you're going to be dragging this creature.
I can't carry.
No, it is
Too
too
heavy.
heavy.
Pretty
Okay.
big creature.
But can I tie this thing
Fair.
up though with 50 feet of rope?
Yeah, you can tie it up. After a while, or after about 5 minutes, you manage to get it to where the feet, the feet of it are tied up. One moment, boys. I've got a call coming in, so.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna tie it by its neck with its tail. I just want to let you guys know that. One deal.
God. This thing is going to eat us the moment it can.
It's not going to be able to. Not only have we basically beaten it into submission,
Like, if Snicknesh goes anywhere where this creature isn't, I'm pretty sure it can kill both me and Caspian. I don't think...
then the creature will always stay with me.
We'll keep a rotating watch on it. If it moves, it gets hit.
By me.
By
Punch,
anybody, yeah.
I punch it directly in the face.
We never let its wounds heal up. Never let it rest for too long.
Well, we need it to heal up enough that it's actually useful.
No. Not until it's broken.
Dear God.
How long do you think that'll take?
With how wise this creature
Couple
is,
weeks
probably-
in game time.
Yeah, a decent amount of time.
Are we gonna starve it?
Yeah. We're not gonna give it anything until it submits. Here's my plan, and it's a little messed up. Again, we don't let it sleep. we don't let it rest. If we see wounds closing on it, we open them back up. We keep it right in that sweet spot of 1 hit point where we can knock it out at any point.
Okay. What is this for, by the way?
Sorry?
What is this for, by the way? Like, why are we breaking it?
I want Snicknedge to have a mount.
So kind of you.
Yeah. And what better than a fire-breathing, 3-headed
Beast.
lion, dragon, goat,
Worst
horse?
comes to worst, if we get attacked
Eagle.
by what we think is that queen that wants snake, we're throwing this thing at it and leaving.
All
Let's
right.
just fly on this thing's back if it's broke. Once it's broken.
One moment,
Hi.
boys. I'm just placing my order. Okay. Sorry, I was
Okay.
ordering on DoorDash, so...
Speaking of orders,
Yes.
it is about time for me to
Yep.
eat dinner with my family. Just to let you know my quick plans.
Mm-hmm.
Not letting the Chimera eat. Every 30 minutes we're waking it up.
Mm-hmm.
We're not letting it rest, not letting any wounds close on it.
Mm-hmm.
If they start closing, we're opening them back up.
Okay.
This thing is going to be in hell until it submits.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Catch you later, Wolf.
Yep.
Alright, to the rest of the party, I'm going to be ending the session here. Thank you all for joining us, for those who have. I hope you enjoyed, and we will come back next time to see what the party does as they drag this Chimera up those stairs and out of the stronghold. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.